Second floor. We have liftoff. I have the penthouse. Do you have a picture of the Pope?
Released on August 1996, Jack stars Robin Williams as a 10-year-old boy trapped in the body of a 40-year-old man, the result of a rare accelerated aging condition, who enters the 5th grade for the first time and learns, with enormous effort, what it means to belong somewhere. So where did everyone go after the credits rolled? Diane Lane was born on January 22, 1965, in New York City. Her parents separated 13 days after she was born. Her mother, a nightclub singer and Playboy centerfold, moved to Georgia. Diane was raised by her father in a series of residential hotels in Manhattan, where he worked as a cab driver and ran an acting workshop. She was on a professional stage by the time she was 6. At 13, she appeared in A Little Romance, 1979, opposite Laurence Olivier, who called her the new Grace Kelly. By her late teens, she was on the cover of Time magazine as a sensation. Then, like many actors anointed too young, her momentum stalled. She spent a decade working steadily, but without a defining role. She was 31 when she played Karen Powell, Jack's mother, a warmly grounded performance in a film that desperately needed grounding. In 2002, Diane Lane finally got the role that matched the reputation she'd been carrying since childhood. As Connie Sumner in Unfaithful, a wife who begins an affair and cannot stop herself, she was extraordinary, earning an Academy Award nomination, a Golden Globe nomination, and the best reviews of her career. She played Martha Kent in the DC Extended Universe films beginning with Man of Steel, 2013, and went on to Feud, Capote vs. the Swans, 2024, for which she received her 3rd Emmy nomination, A Man in Full, 2024, Inside Out 2, 2024, voicing Riley's mother, and the thriller Anniversary, 2025, for which she won a Satellite Award for Best Lead Actress. She received an Icon Award at the Newport Beach Film Festival in October 2025. She was married to French actor Christopher Lambert from 1988 to 1994, with whom she has a daughter, Eleanor. She was married to actor Josh Brolin from 2004 to 2013. She is 61 years old as of March 2026 and is, by most available evidence, having the best decade of her career. Jennifer Lopez was born on July 24, 1969, in the Bronx, New York, the second of 3 daughters of Puerto Rican parents, her father a computer technician, her mother a teacher. In 1996, she was not yet Jennifer Lopez in the way that phrase would come to mean something. She had danced behind Janet Jackson at the 1993 American Music Awards. She had appeared in Money Train. She played Miss Marquez, Jack's warm, patient 5th grade teacher, a supporting role in someone else's movie, shot the same year she was cast as Selena Quintanilla Perez in Gregory Nava's Selena. That film came out in March 1997, 6 months after Jack. In those 6 months, she went from Miss Marquez to the actress being discussed as the next major Latin star in Hollywood. What came after is well documented, but no less remarkable in accumulation. Jennifer Lopez became a recording artist, a fashion designer, a film producer, a businesswoman with ventures in perfume, beauty, and hospitality, and one of the most commercially successful entertainers of the past 3 decades. Her films have grossed nearly $2 billion combined. She has been married 4 times, briefly to Ojani Noah, 1997 to 1998, to choreographer Chris Judd, 2001 to 2003, to singer Mark Anthony, 2004 to 2014, with whom she has twins Max and Emmy, and to Ben Affleck, 2022 to 2025. She and Affleck had been engaged in 2002 to 2004, became the first celebrity couple to be named by a portmanteau, called off the wedding, spent 20 years apart, reunited, married in Las Vegas in July 2022, and she filed for divorce in August 2024. The divorce was finalized in January 2025. She has said it was the best thing that ever happened to me. She is 56 years old as of March 2026 and says she is in her happier era. Brian Kerwin was born on October 25, 1949, in Chicago, Illinois, and spent 4 decades building the kind of career that makes other actors wish they were him. Rarely the lead, never not working, deeply respected. In Jack, he played Brian Powell, Jack's father, a man trying to be a good parent to a child who keeps outgrowing the world he's prepared for him. Kerwin first appeared on The Young and the Restless in 1976 and has barely stopped working since. Murphy's Romance with Sally Field and James Garner Garner, torch song trilogy opposite Harvey Fierstein, a role he also performed in the original Tony-winning Broadway production, Love Field with Michelle Pfeiffer, and 27 Dresses. On television, he had recurring roles on Roseanne and The West Wing, played Charlie Banks on One Life to Live for 5 years from 2007 to 2012, earning multiple Daytime Emmy nominations, and appeared in The Help, The Nick, and August, Osage County on Broadway. In 2016, Brian Kerwin's wife of 25 years, Jean Marie Troy, died of brain cancer. She had been diagnosed 3 years earlier. They had 3 children together. He has continued working since her death, a working actor in the fullest sense of the phrase, taking the roles that come and doing them as well as they can be done. He is 76 years old as of March 2026. If you're loving this look back at the Jackcast, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more Where Are They Now content about your favorite classic films. Robin Williams was born on July 21st, 1951, in Chicago, Illinois, the son of a Ford Motor Company executive and a former model who once called himself the loneliest child in the world. By the time he made Jack, he had already done Mork and Mindy, Good Morning Vietnam, Dead Poets Society, The Fisher King, Aladdin, Mrs. Doubtfire, and Good Will Hunting was around the corner. Francis Ford Coppola gave him camping gear to spend the night in his backyard and $10 to spend at Toys R Us. As preparation for the role, Williams needed no coaching in how to be childlike, but he threw himself into it anyway, the way he threw himself into everything. In Jack, he plays a boy who will age into an old man before anyone else in his class finishes elementary school. The film knew this was sad. So did Williams. What almost nobody knew in 1996 was that Robin Williams had been quietly battling addiction and depression for much of his adult life, and that the most terrifying chapter was still ahead of him. In the final year of his life, he was experiencing an escalating cascade of symptoms he couldn't understand or name: confusion, paranoia, tremors, hallucinations, memory failure so severe he couldn't remember a single line on the set of Night at the Museum, Secret of the Tomb. His doctors diagnosed Parkinson's disease. 3 months later, on August 11th, 2014, he died by suicide at his home in Paradise Cay, California. He was 63. The autopsy told a different story than Parkinson's. His brain was riddled with what doctors described as one of the most severe cases of Lewy body dementia they had ever seen. Every area of his brain had been touched. His widow, Susan Schneider Williams, has said that Robin was aware he was losing his mind, that the terror of that awareness was part of what made the final months so unbearable. She has since become one of the foremost advocates for Lewy body dementia awareness and research in the country. She described the disease as the terrorist inside my husband's brain. Bill Cosby was born on July 12, 1937, in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, to a maid and a Navy mess steward, dropped out of high school to enlist, finished his equivalency exam in the Navy, got a scholarship to Temple, left Temple for stand-up comedy, and built one of the most successful entertainment careers in American history. By 1996, he was America's dad, beloved, untouchable, the host of Fat Albert, the star of I Spy and The Cosby Show, which ran for 8 seasons and was the #1 sitcom in America for 5 of them. In Jack, he played Lawrence Woodruff, Jack's tutor, a warm mentor figure naturally, because that was what Bill Cosby was supposed to be. What followed broke one of the most durable reputations in entertainment history. More than 60 women have accused Bill Cosby of drugging and sexually assaulting them over a period spanning decades. He was convicted in 2018 of the 2004 assault of Andrea Constand and sentenced to 3 to 10 years in state prison. He served nearly 3 years at SCI Phoenix before the Pennsylvania Supreme Court overturned his conviction on due process grounds, ruling that a previous prosecutor had promised Cosby he would not be charged based on statements he gave in a civil deposition. He was released in June 2021. In 2022, a California jury found him liable for assaulting Judy Huth at the Playboy Mansion in 1975 when she was 16 and awarded her $500,000. In March 2026, less than 2 weeks ago, as of this writing, a California civil jury awarded Donna Motzinger nearly $60 million for a 1972 assault, including $40 million in punitive damages. Cosby was 88 years old when the verdict came in, legally blind, and living at his home in Pennsylvania. His attorney announced they would appeal. He is still there. Fran Drescher was born on September 9, 1957, in Queens, New York. She played Dolores Durante, the mother of Jack's best friend Louis, an overly enthusiastic, overly made-up Queen's mom, essentially a PG-rated test run of the persona that had already made her famous on The Nanny, 1993 to 1999. Drescher's story has been told in more detail in other episodes of this series: raped at gunpoint in her own home in 1985 alongside her then husband, diagnosed with uterine cancer in 2000 after 2 years of misdiagnosis by 8 different doctors, divorced after her husband came out as gay. She has turned all of it, the trauma, the illness, the reinvention, into advocacy, comedy, and a career that keeps finding new forms. She was elected president of SAG-AFTRA in 2021 and led the actors' strike of 2023. She received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame on September 30th, 2025. She had a small role in the 2025 film Marty Supreme. She is 68 years old as of March 2026. Adam Zolotin was born on November 29th, 1983, in Long Island, New York, the nephew of former baseball player Lee Mazzilli. As Louis Durante, Jack's first and best friend, the kid who sees past the 40-year-old body to the 10-year-old inside and decides that's enough, he gave the film its emotional center. Without Louis, Jack has no one to play with. Zolotin was 12 during filming and nominated for a Young Artist Award for his performance. He followed it with Eddie Haskell in the 1997 film adaptation of Leave It to Beaver and a handful of television appearances through the mid-2000s, including episodes of Scrubs and What I Like About You. His last known credit is a single episode of Mr. Robot in 2016. He has maintained a very quiet personal life, no social media presence of note, and no public statements in years. He is 42 years old as of March 2026. Jurnee Smollett was born on October 1st, 1986, in New York City, the eldest of 6 siblings in an acting family. Her brothers include Jurnee Smollett, and had already appeared in Full House, Hangin' with Mr. Cooper, and the family sitcom On Our Own, before she played Phoebe and Jack at the age of 9. The following year she appeared in Eve's Bayou, 1997, Casey Lemons' independent film, and won the Critics' Choice Movie Award for Best Young Performer. For years, she worked steadily in television, Friday Night Lights, True Blood, Underground, 2016 to 2017. In 2020, she starred in Lovecraft Country for HBO, playing Letty Lewis in one of the year's most praised dramatic performances, and earned an Emmy nomination for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Drama Series, Birds of Prey, 2020, The Burial, 2023, with Jamie Foxx, We Grow Now on Netflix. Her personal life has not been quiet. Her brother Jurnee Smollett's 2019 arrest and trial over a staged hate crime put the entire family under an unfamiliar kind of scrutiny, and Jurnee Smollett has chosen mostly to step away from discussing it publicly while continuing her own career on its own terms. Her marriage to musician Josiah Bell, which began in 2010, produced one son, Hunter, born in 2016. She filed for divorce in March 2020. The divorce was finalized in 2021, with Bell receiving a nearly $1 million settlement and $7,000 per month in child support and alimony. In early 2025, Bell filed a new request seeking 50% of her Screen Actors Guild pension and retirement accounts. She is 39 years old as of March 2026. Todd Bosley was born on July 29, 1984, in Overland Park, Kansas, and had already appeared in Little Giants, 1994, as Jake Berman, one of the Pee Wee football misfits, before he played Edward, one of Jack's classmates at the age of 11. Edward is the kid in the group who keeps saying the wrong thing at the wrong time and means well. It is a specific kind of supporting role in a children's film, and Bosley played it with exactly the right energy. Also, in 1996, he appeared in 2 episodes of Seinfeld as Joey, a kid who befriends Cosmo Kramer, which is a genuinely odd sentence to type but is completely true. The trajectory that followed is the kind that rarely gets written about but deserves to. Todd Bosley simply kept going. He moved to Los Angeles, trained in improvisation and sketch comedy at Second City, The Groundlings, and Upright Citizens Brigade, and built a working career in the kind of television that keeps a city running. He played Howie Gelder on Scrubs from 2001 through the show's finale in 2009, and reprised the role in the spin-off Scrubs, Interns, the same year. He played Leon in a recurring role on The OC, appeared in Veronica Mars, House, Bones, Weeds, Good Luck, Carly, iCarly, and Game Shakers, 2016 to 2018. He voiced additional characters in Mass Effect 3, 2012, and its 2021 remaster. He played the title role in the family film Lloyd, 2001. According to his IMDb biography, he has danced in every movie in which he has appeared. He lives in Los Angeles, he is still working, and he is 41 years old as of March 2026. Jack was a movie that critics hated and audiences kept watching anyway, but the film had something real in it. The thing about not having enough time, about being a child in a world built for adults, about how quickly the people we love are taken from us. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest Where Are They Now videos exploring your favorite casts from the past.